everybody. We are live today from the Denver Zoo. I'm Tara. Hi everybody. Welcome to Denver. I am wearing my Hakuna Matata shirt today to tie in the whole Disney theme. So we're going to take you on a journey today of the Denver Zoo, and I will tell you all about it. All right. If you guys could let me know if you hear me, that would be great. As of right now, I can't see anybody's comments, but hopefully some pop up here soon. So first things first here, when you first walk in the gates, is called Predator Ridge. So Predator Ridge is a unique concept here at the zoo, that they switch out between the lions, the hyenas, and the wild dogs at this very first exhibit. So all the animals are getting new exposure to the exhibits. Good, glad to see you can hear me. Hi Bob, hi Jennifer, hi Dieter. It is actually not too cold here today. It's about 40 or 54 degrees ish, and it's nice and bright and sunshiny. You can see how beautiful the weather is. Contrary to proper belief, it actually doesn't snow every day in Denver. So I'm going to get up here so you can see.
Like the little pond area right there. See?
You can see the lion. Can everybody see her?
I know, I saw it.
Yeah, unfortunately I don't have the super fancy stabilizer, so my video is probably going to be a little shakier than the guys in Florida.
Alright, let's keep moving.
So this is Predator Ridge. This is where the lions, the hyenas, and the wild dogs are. So the Denver Zoo has been open for, this is their 122nd year open. It started with a gift for the Denver mayor. It was a gift of a bear. And he opened something called Bear Mountain. And from there, it just kind of grew and grew into the zoo that we have. Denver was also the very first concept zoo to get rid of those bars and cages. So I think when you ask a little kid today to draw a zoo, most of them will draw animals behind bars. And we're hoping to sort of change that that concept and what little kids think about a zoo. The Denver Zoo is highly involved in conservation of animals inside and outside the zoo. So you can see the lions there hanging out, chilling, relaxing. We'll go in, we'll get a little bit better view from inside. It's a little crowded today. By crowded, I mean it's redonkulous around here. It is spring break for most of our public schools here in Denver, so it's a little crowded today. So you can see the big Nile monitor there.
See, here's the big glitters.
Those water monitors?
So how's everybody doing today? Where's everybody from? Where's everyone tuning in from today? Hi Tim. Thanks John. So there you go. There's our lions sleeping in the Denver sun.
Look at him, up there. See him?
Hi Heather from North Carolina. Hi Tim from Illinois. Lincoln, Nebraska. That's excellent. One of my friends is from Cozad, Nebraska. Hi, Judy from Tampa. Looks like we got some of your sunshine today. It did snow a little bit yesterday. Snowed also on Monday. Not too bad though, maybe a 1/4 of an inch. Doesn't stick either. It was about 50 degrees during the day, snowed a little bit at night. You can see the wild dog over there. I did hear that there were some wild dog puppies that were just born. They may still be in the NICU, but I did hear they were born about 2 months ago or so. Hi, Marty from Hilton Head, South Carolina. Welcome. Anybody want to check out the giant snake? There it is. Cool. So I think today we'll walk around the zoo for a couple of hours, and then there are a couple of animal demonstrations that we're going to try to get into. There's a couple of them at 2, so that'll be up to you guys as to which one you want to see. One of them is here at Predator Ridge. It will either be with a lion, a hyena, or a wild dog. And one of them is at the Elephant Passage, so it will either be an elephant or a rhino. So that'll be up to you guys as to which one you want to see, and we'll walk over there. For those of you just tuning in, my name's Tara. We are at the Denver Zoo today. Streaming the Magic wanted to branch out and see some other cities. So here we are, so I can show you how awesome Denver is. I'm actually originally from Southern California, from Los Angeles. So I grew up at Disneyland, and I discovered Disney World a couple of years ago. I fell in love with it. I even got married at Disney World. I discovered Streaming the Magic in January. It was love at first sight. I tune in pretty much every day. So Ian wanted to branch out a little bit and show everybody how cool other cities are. So if you can see, that looks like a gerenuk right there. It means giraffe neck in Somali.
Mommy, look.
Okay, how long? Watch it, watch it. Come here, please. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, look everybody, my mom just tuned in. Hi Mom, look, I'm on TV. These are the Cape buffalo.
Mama, free buffalo.
So over here at the zoo garden, the Conoco Zoo Garden, so they host events here all the time. In fact, my day job, does an event here usually in the summertime, and us employees get to come over and hang out, have a good meal. We get to see the zoo after it closes. So that's where they hold event parties, they do catering, they'll also do media in there, host the media. Looks like we got an emu there in the back walking around.
Yes. No.
Do you know the difference between a wallaby and a kangaroo?
So this is a red kangaroo,
Kangaroo?
according to the sign.
And a wallaby?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Here.
I have been trying to zoom in. I can't quite figure it out yet. So we'll keep working on it.
Are they cheetahs?
This is supposed to be the cheetahs, but I don't see any cheetahs in here. Could be nap time inside. It is noon here in Denver, so it's getting to be a little warm out. Over here at the Wildlife Theater, they do bird shows usually, or they bring out smaller animals. And keeper will talk about them, introduce them. Sometimes they'll even let the people in the front row pet them. We do have quite a few snack shops around. So here's one of them. I did confirm at the front, they do sell Dole Whip here. I didn't know that until I walked in the door, so I'm pretty excited about that because I thought you could only get it at Disneyland or in Hawaii. Here's the rhino. Let me see if I can zoom in so you guys can see it.
Look, it just got up. I can't understand. Look, Grayson, it got up. Grayson, look. Look, it got up. Oh, it's stood up. Look,
There we go. All right, so you can see the rhino there.
Rhinos are so cool. Whoa, guess how long they can live? Up to 50 years.
So as I was saying before, you can see that none of the exhibits have cages or bars. Denver was the first concept zoo to put animals at human sightline and to get rid of the bars situation. Can everybody still see me? I'm getting some notes that it froze a little bit. Everybody's still there?
Very tough.
That makes me think, like, when I hear people people like Chad or anybody just saying like,
I like the bighorn sheep over here. They climb up on the mountains. So we'll go take a look at that. There is the bighorn sheep. There's usually quite a few of them in here, and you'll see them walking around on the cliffs. So you can see it goes up pretty high. Chris, is that better for you? Zooming back out. So you can see over here, these geese walking around. These are Canadian geese. They migrate to Denver in the early spring, and they hang out here, so we see them all over. See if there's some mountain goats over here. There's a mountain goat. Sorry, I know it's shaky, guys. I don't have one of the fancy stabilizers like Jen and Bob and now Tanya have. So I'm doing my best here to keep everything straight. I'm also trying to bob and weave between small children. As I mentioned earlier, it is spring break here in Denver for the majority of our public schools. So it is very crowded today. In fact, I've never really seen it this crowded except when we have free days. So about 6 times a year or so, we have the state of Colorado hosts free days at different museums and parks and the zoo. So people can enjoy the zoo for free. Usually it's during the more off times, so like January, November, things along those lines. Because it does get cold here in Denver, but today it's supposed to be 63 and sunny. Well, Florida calls themselves the Sunshine State. Here in Colorado, we actually have the most sunshine. We average about 340 days of sunshine every year. It may not be warm every day, but we do average quite a bit of sunshine. So here are the monkeys. The monkeys are my favorite. These are the spider monkeys. Looks like everybody's taking a nap right now. Thanks, Ian. some more, I believe these are probably capuchins that are walking around out here. See if we can get a shot of the capuchins. There's some way out there. There they are.
I really like
Usually.
So we're going to bring you some more Denver attractions. Next week we're probably going to do the Denver Museum of Nature and Science, which is really neat. They have an exhibit right now all about bioluminescence in nature, so bioluminescent fish and algae. I'm pretty excited about that. In a couple of weeks I'm actually going to be on vacation in Honolulu, Hawaii. So we'll bring you some streams from Honolulu, and I'll show you the beautiful beaches and the resort I'm staying at. A lot of my family lived in Hawaii. My mom currently lives in Hawaii. So, and my family's gone back to Hawaii all the way since World War II. So we will bring you some fun, exciting, beautiful beaches. Yeah, sorry it's cold and wet in the UK there, Chris. It's definitely beautiful here. Although we did get some snow and rain yesterday. Not even enough to stick on the cars. But I did have to scrape some ice off my windshield this morning. That was fun. So this little restaurant over here is called the Brown Bear. They do barbecue. It's actually really good barbecue. They cater most of the events. They have brisket and pulled pork and ribs and coleslaw. It's really, really tasty. And it smells delicious. So I like to go over to this corner of the zoo. A lot of people don't know about it, so it tends to be a little quieter. It's where the bears are. And the bears are actually what started the Denver Zoo. So let's see if there are some bears in here. Doesn't look like there are any in here right now. Let's go over to the next one. There we go. There's some bears. Oh, he's waking up a little bit. So again, the Denver Zoo all started with a bear. It was called Bear Mountain. It was a gift to the Denver mayor 122 years ago.
so close. Oh, no bears. Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. Squirrel.
We have a lot of history here in Denver. One of the places that I hope to go to is the unsinkable Molly Brown house. It's just down the street. So she lived here pre-Titanic. A lot of people say it's haunted. That intrigues me. I've never been there before, so when I take you guys, it'll be my first trip too. We got another monkey up here, way up at the treetops there. We just also had a baby sloth that was born a couple of months ago, so I'm hoping we'll get to see the baby sloth. It was a big deal around here. We even have a sloth day. That was pretty neat. So what are your guys' favorite animals to see at the zoo? Here at the Denver Zoo, they do allow you to bring food in, so you can have a full-on picnic right here at the zoo. Elephants and giraffes, John, we'll get over there in a little bit. We're gonna go to the primate area, so gorillas, orangutans. Lions, there were some lions out earlier. Well, they were taking a nap, but they were out in the exhibit. So it's currently 56 degrees here in Denver. For those of you Floridians, that's probably pretty chilly. For March in Denver, that's awesome. Usually March is our snowiest month, so we tend to get these heavy spring snows, very wet snow. Last year I think we got about 18 inches in March on one day. I don't know if you can see anything over here because it looks like he's in his hammock, so we'll walk around. Hi, Jerry. Are there penguins here? Yes, there are penguins here. And there's that guy up there. See if there's any smaller primates in here. Otherwise, we'll walk around and see if we can see the gorillas. I don't know about anybody else out there, but I do have a fondness for the bats. I don't know what it is, I just think they're adorable. So we've got some tiny monkeys in here. Oh, look at them, isn't he adorable? Oh, that looks like they're gonna groom each other. Oh, look, they're friends. Looks like we found the hairstylist of the group. These are the emperor tamarins. Thanks. So, sorry about that. We lost some signal in there. Oh, we're back! Yay, we're back! So we'll go around and we'll look at the gorillas and the orangutans.
Oh, Matt. She's going over the cones.
Then
Okay, I'll
Can we go on the train now?
We don't have time to go on the train, dude. We don't have time to go on the train.
No.
Yeah, we do. Don't we have to leave the whole entire thing?
So usually the bigger primates are outside here.
He found one. He's like 2 pounds. I'm like, mine, and here's my coupon. He's like, no one ever pays this. We're just keeping him on the back.
So you can see that the Denver Zoo does a pretty good job about trying to theme and immerse you in the animal's habitat. You can see all the rocks that they've created. The one thing that I really like about Denver is even in the middle of downtown Denver, they still preserve the greenery. So you'll see these big, huge parks and trees. They've done a pretty good job about maintaining that, even though we're a big, huge city. Looks like there might be some gorillas out over here, so let's go take a look. Oh, there he is. He's over there. See if we can squeeze in there. Like I said, it's very crowded today. Is up there?
It's like Bobo. They're not acknowledging
There he is.
That was great.
He looks super excited. Thanks, Jerry. Yes, I have been to Mile High Stadium. Go Broncos. Although I'm a baseball fan myself, so it's Coors Field for me. Go Rockies. We have opening day here coming up soon. See if we can see anything out here.
I guess Peacock's right. They must be inside.
So what's everybody doing this beautiful Friday afternoon? Are you guys still at work? I'm happy. I usually get out of work at about noon on Fridays. Gives me the opportunity to come hang out with all of you. Do you guys want to go in the aviary? You can go look at some birds. Let's go hang out in the aviary. So we have 2 doors here, just in case we have someone trying to make a prison break. Chinese food, that sounds good. I'm pretty hungry. You can see that there's a nest up there. Not seeing anything in it though. Did you guys watch the live video of the bald eagles hatching? I thought that was really cool. There are these 2 little eaglets now. I think if you YouTube it, you could probably find it. Looks like we got some babies over here sleeping. There's a big peacock in there if you can see it. Hanging out. To them at this time of year, this is probably pretty warm. Yeah, I love Jen's streams. The Magic Kingdom makes me happy. I had my reception at the Grand Floridian for my wedding, so you could see the castle from my reception. That was pretty cool. That is why I picked the place. So you could see the very tippy top of the castle from the porch of my reception location. Oh, there's a monkey up there. It looks like it's a mandrill. I like his beard. You guys see his little white beard? Looks like it was a little old man trapped in a little tiny body.
Is it over here?
Oh, it's way up high. Whoa! Can you see it? Whoa! Look! Up there! What's up there?
Awesome, Jerry. I'm glad you like it. This is a lot of fun for me. Something new. I work in the medical industry, so to get to do something that's a little bit more creative is a lot of fun. So these are just some gazebos over here where somebody can go to get out of the shade. There's also some vending over here. It does get pretty hot around here in the summertime. It can get over 100 degrees in the summer. Of course, we don't have nearly the humidity that Florida has. So my hair is always nice and straight. When I go to Florida, it gets big and frizzy and curly. They used to have a petting zoo, and I don't think they do anymore. Otherwise, we would have gone in and gotten some love-ins on. But I don't think they have the petting zoo anymore. So here's some more of those Canadian geese that I was telling you about earlier. They're all over the place. I can even see them right in my own backyard. Or walking around work. For the most part, they're pretty tame as long as you don't bother them. Over here is the Lorikeet Adventure. I know you can go in if you buy some food. You can go in and feed the birds. Yeah, they do poop everywhere, but they're a wild animal. The geese do, so it is what it is. But they do have birds in here that you can go in and feed. Yes, the African wild dog pups. Yes, I didn't see them in the exhibit. They may still be in the NICU or in the enclosure in the closed part of it. I did not see them when I first came in. So if any of you are planning on coming to the Mile High City, make sure to take a day or two to acclimate yourself. It's the air's a little thin up here, so it can feel like you're running out of breath. Also, if you plan on consuming any adult beverages up here, take it easy. The thin air and thin blood can intoxicate you pretty quickly. Oh, they're in the nursery. Okay, perfect. We'll see if we can get over there.
Or popcorn.
Yes, you're orange.
Kimmy, do you live here in Denver?
Look, this tattoo.
Yeah, big geese will attack you from time to time if you get too close to them, especially if they have eggs or little babies. But as long as you stay away from them, they'll leave you alone. They're all over my campus at work. I walk past them all the time. They don't tend to bother you. Awesome, Kimmy. Yeah, I was going to do one of the exhibits. One of them at 2 o'clock Mountain Time, so 4 o'clock Eastern Time, is an elephant one, and one of them is a lion show, so that'll be up to you guys as to which one we go to. There's a wagon and oxen to represent coming out to the west. Here's one of their free-range peacocks. Oh, Susan, you're in Fort Collins. Awesome. So sorry to say this, but go Buffs. It's my alma mater. Yes, I would really like to see the baby sloth because that's just adorable. We'll go into the pachyderm habitat, see maybe we can see a rhino or an elephant.
Yeah, it smells like the zoo a little bit.
Yep, she's right. It doesn't smell the best in here, but that's okay. We got some pelican over here. The other one is called a crested screamer. I'm kind of intrigued as to why they call it that. Usually they have one of the rhinos in here. I saw that they only had one out of the exhibit, so I'm not sure where the other one is. Oh, look at this cute little topiary for spring. Little bunnies. Some pretty daffodils. Oh, it looks like we can see the hippopotamus over here. I feel like I'm not helping the shakiness by holding on to the stabilizer with a death grip. I'm afraid I'm gonna drop it. So we'll go over into the Toyota Elephant Passage. This was built a couple of years ago. Sponsored by Toyota. It's a huge exhibit. And they usually have a couple of elephants in there. So we'll go see if we can see some elephants.
And everybody starts pressuring me, and the day after on Saturday morning, everyone's like, you need to come over the name. His name is Adam.
The latest exhibit to open up is our tiger exhibit called The Edge. I believe it took them, I don't know, 2 years or so to build it. So we'll go over and take a look at that as well. If any of you plan on consuming some adult beverages at the zoo, they do have beer on tap. Coors as always. So this exhibit is very immersive. They have things that you can touch and play with. They have different exhibits and animals usually in the middle here. They have telescopes that you can look in and see the animals.
And then we'll pat, and if the cloth is in the birdhouse, we'll keep it there, and then we need to go. Okay?
So a lot of times they have monkeys up here that will go across the ropes. Oh, there's one up there. And they kind of get to do whatever they want. Running around out there on the ropes. Their own little playground. So you can see how close the animals are. Thanks, Jerry. I appreciate you tuning in, hanging out with me at the zoo today. A lot of times there's a rhinoceros out here too, so I'm not sure where he is, but a lot of times there's one out here. More geese hanging out in the water.
You want your sunglasses? Oh, awesome.
Yeah, hi. On the other side? Oh, there's no?
Looks like we have a huge elephant skull here we created. I think it's massive, so I'll show you how big it is compared to me.
You want to go to his birthday party?
Yes.
Here are the elephants. Yay! We reached the elephants, everybody. Looks like they are out and about. See if we can get a good shot here of the elephant. Hey Tim, welcome back. Glad to see you got your exercise in. I'm getting mine in. Walking around the zoo today.
Look at his stuff.
Not here, no. Not yet.
That's it.
How come you don't wait for it?
Wait for us, you know? Look at him. He's gonna come back around.
Hey, Paul. Very good, yeah. Yeah.
See if he's going to come back around here.
So big. Look at him. Here he comes.
So I don't know if you can hear the keeper behind me, but this is a boy. You can tell the boys from the girls because the boys have tusks. Alright, let's see if we can go around and go inside, see if they have more on the other side.
You guys want to go in the two houses? We can go in the elephant house and we can go in this house.
This is definitely the most people I've seen at the zoo. It's very crowded.
In there.
Where?
So this exhibit has two sides to it, and they do move the elephants back and forth to get them some better exposure to the different parts of the zoo. Make sure they have their enrichment activities, keep them busy. He looks like he's hungry. Maybe he's going to be part of the elephant show today, so maybe he's waiting on his treats. Let's go inside, see if we get some service inside. Oh, it says no elephants inside right there. There you go. But you can see how themed it is over here. It's very Southeast Asian themed. They have things that you can play with, things that you can touch.
Okay, I got that one and that one.
They also have the flags up there, just like they do at Mount Everest in the Animal Kingdom. We'll go over here. Looks like we got another big elephant over here. So can you see the straw and the hay and the mud on top of him? They use that as a sunscreen. Elephants have skin, just like you and me. So they put mud and straw on their backs to keep from getting sunburned.
See it? That's a big elephant, isn't it?
Look how big those feet are.
Here he comes.
Oh, he's going to show me his foot. Looks like he's getting some scratching in on his behind.
Let's see if we can find the giraffe. Where I lose you in the pond. I've never seen her this tired.
All right. Did everybody get some good views and some good screenshots of the elephant there? Looks like there's another elephant over here. See if we can get some good shots of this guy over here. Can you see him out there? So here's another one of those themed huts I was telling you about. So there's all sorts of product up there, and they have a bicycle and some crates to make it look like we're in Southeast Asia.
Look, I just want to show Reiki the elephant.
And you can see the big bridge up here. It's huge and reinforced for a reason. They do let the elephants cross over up there so they could go back and forth between exhibits. So occasionally they'll open the gates and they will let the elephants through. You can see it's a good 20 feet or so off the ground. And they let them through to do shows and to change what side of the exhibit they're on and to clean the exhibit. part of the Toyota Elephant Passage here. They have this iridescent painted Toyota.
Really minor amount.
Hi from California, Lamps. Welcome. I'm originally from Los Angeles myself, but I've been here in Denver about 13 years now. I came here to go to college, and I never left. Looks like we got a potbelly pig. A lot of people have them as pets, but they do like to dig, and they grow a lot bigger than people think they do. Go Angels. Go Dodgers. So I think a lot of people, when they have them as pets, think they'll be, 15, 20, 25 pounds. And they can be up to 200 pounds. And I think people don't expect that, so they do end up in zoos sometimes. They live about 10 to 15 years, though. Kind of like having a dog. Pigs are also hypoallergenic, so they have skin and hair, not fur. So anybody out there that has allergies to cats or dogs, a pig might be a good choice for you. There's a donkey out there. Looks like he's heading our way. He has zebra-like stripes on his legs. That's interesting. Can you see them? Can you see the stripes on his legs? .74 in California, nice. It is just about 60 degrees here now. And sunshine. Not very many clouds in the sky today, which is good because we had snow yesterday. If you like to experience 4 seasons, come to Denver. You can experience all 4 seasons in one day. We like layers around here because it can go from sunshine to rain to snow within a matter of a couple of hours. So everybody always has a tank top, a hoodie, and an umbrella with them at all given times. So this guy's an okapi. You'll see him on the safari at Animal Kingdom. So there you go, there's an up-close view of the okapi. I know they talk about it a lot on the safari. So over here is where they will do the elephant show. See, they have a little arena where you can sit down. It's also great for people that are eating. They can come over here and sit and relax in the shade for a few minutes. The pool is deep enough that the elephant can actually swim in that pool. It's very, very deep. So we'll decide in about a half an hour as to which show you guys want to watch. This is the Kamala Cafe. They have sandwiches, salads, healthier foods. They also have rice bowls, noodle bowls, pot stickers, some soft serve. Oh, that sounds good right about now. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty hungry. But we can see how long the line is. It's very long. Took me about 20 minutes just to find a parking spot today, which is pretty rare. Usually you could just pull right in. We have a Dippin' Dots. Great for the summer months around here.
Well, sorry, that's all you got.
Looks like we got another Okapi over here.
Oh, right here. Come here. Come here, girls. Right here. It's over here.
Right there?
Do you see it? Behind the bush. Lily's
Oh, yeah, I see it. In the bush over there.
You guys bear with me just a second. I am plugging in my battery.
All right, come on, let's go, girls. Excuse me. Don't touch anything. Yeah, no. Why don't you put this in your mom's It's okay. You guys take it because she hasn't been to the side. Okay, come on.
Oh, you just moved to Indiana from Denver. We're outside of Denver. Yes, the cost of living has gotten a little expensive around here. I was fortunate enough to purchase my house several years ago, so I got it for a decent price, but yes, it can be a little expensive. Looks like we got some camels over here.
Very sunny and very pretty.
They're all hanging out.
Does it help if you put this chin strap under?
Vernon really kiss on this one. I know, but this one has.
Does anybody know what a three-humped camel is called? Anybody? Three-humped camel? We call a three-humped camel pregnant.
Did you get that from
Looks like we got some wild horses out here. There you go, there's some really cool wild horses.
That's the real speed. Oh my gosh, Bud! I think they might have octopus in there. Remember you said you wanted to see an octopus? I think it's over here. And the seals and the otters? Yes!
I think we'll try to make our way over to the nursery. See if we can see the wild dog puppies and maybe the baby sloth as well. We're also coming up on where the seals are and the giraffes. And right around the corner right here, this exhibit is the new Tiger Passage. So we'll go over and see the tigers. In about 20 minutes, we'll decide what show we want to watch. So here is the Edge. Brand new exhibit to us. Been open about a year. There's another one of our free roaming peacocks. See if we can see any tigers. Oh, there we go. He's sleeping. So you can see that they have this ramp that goes up above us, so the tigers can walk up there. You guys see him? Oh, there's a pole in the way. Sleeping in the shade. Alright, let's walk around and see if we can see any more. So here is the Edge Tiger exhibit. There are those ramp I was telling you about, so we can walk around up there. So at Christmas time and during the holidays, they do this thing called zoo lights. So they light everything up, and they have animals in lights, these little dioramas that they do. These are the seals. See if I can go around and get a better shot of the seal. These are harbor seals. Says they can hold their breath for up to 30 minutes. It's a long time.
Yeah, because she knocked out. Because she got knocked. Because that animal got knocked down. Let's go. This way. Bye. Tell him that the seal is. See ya. I hope he's alive. I hope he's alive. Are you okay? Come on.
There's two of them in here. Let's see the other one over there hanging out. So we'll go see if we can see some penguins. There were some requests for penguins earlier. So we'll see if we can see them, and then we'll go over to the giraffes. For those of you just tuning in, I'm Tara. We are walking around the Denver Zoo today. It is a beautiful, bright, sunshiny day here in Denver. So usually there's a polar bear over here, or sometimes there's seals as well. I don't see anything swimming around though, unfortunately. So let's go take a look at the giraffes. We had a baby giraffe here born a year ago. It just celebrated its year birthday actually, about 4 weeks ago. His name is Joby, I believe is his name. There's the giraffes. Looks like maybe the babies are on the other side. So let's go walk around there. Here's the giraffes. They have a very, very tall habitat, and they have little stalls in there that they can go in when it gets cold. A lot of times there's a keeper in there as well. You can go into the building. A lot of times there's a keeper in there that has leaves and things like that that you can feed to the giraffes. Looks like there's the baby over there. He's just a little over a year old. It was a big deal when he was born actually. They had a giraffe cam and you could tune in every day to see if Mama had given birth yet. That's right. So I'm not sure if we'll be able to go in where the cats are, because I'm worried we might lose some service in there.
Let's go off to the right. See the leopard.
The right is that way. That's that way.
So this kind of gives a timeline of the zoo. So it talks about all the way up till 2017 when they built the edge. And it goes backwards from there. And all the different exhibits that they've built over the years. For those of you that are wondering, we are like right smack dab in the heart of downtown. So it's pretty amazing to see how they have preserved this. Bye, Mom. For those of you that don't know, Ellen Farnsworth is my mom. So this is where usually the big cats are. like lynx and snow leopards. I'm not seeing any out right now. They all might be inside. I'm afraid if we go inside we might lose service. Looks like we got a couple of red pandas over here that are playing.
So the sign says that bamboo panda is a word from the Nepalese word for bamboo eater.
Contrary to popular belief, the red pandas are not related to the black and white version.
Look at the animals. They're not related to the big great panda. Great. Let's keep walking.
Red pandas.
You can see them kind of playing down there underneath the log. Alright.
Adeline, no.
Not sure if there's anything in this exhibit. Seems like we can tell when there's animals out and about by how busy the exhibit is.
Even if they do, we can just be like,
You can get any closer, Michelle.
Here's the zebras. For those of you that watch the safari at Animal Kingdom, are zebras black with white stripes, or are they white with black stripes? So, last year, it looks like they might still have a couple of them around, but they did this Lego exhibit exhibition that was really cool. So they built these huge animals out of Legos. There were lots of them around. So the sign says it took 56,408 Legos to build this lion. They also had the dinosaur exhibit that was pretty cool at the end of last season. So they had all these huge audio animatronic dinosaurs around. That was a lot of fun.
It's on the other side. Mom, I want to see outside the other side.
Oh, I wish it were over there.
So let's see if we can see the lions again. I know that we started the stream with this, so there may be some people tuning in that didn't get to see the lions. Here they are. trying to balance the stabilizer on the fence, but people keep bumping into it.
We should just take pictures. Look at them, they're so cute.
There's one up on the rock there as well, sunning herself.
The male one was the female.
Oh yeah, there you go. You see the line.
All right. So what show do you guys want to watch? Do you guys want to watch the one with the elephants or rhino? Or do you guys want to watch the tigers, lions, or wild dogs? I believe it was. Does anybody have a preference? I will go where you want me to go. But we'll have to walk over to either one of them soon. So you can see some more female lions over here. And you can see maybe in the background there's some wild dogs. Oh, there goes female lion up on the rock. I don't know if she's checking out those wild dogs and she's thinking lunch. Or if she's just getting a bird's eye view of her neighbors.
Oh yeah, laying right there. Do you see it, Maddox, up on top of the rock? I
Kitty.
Rhinos, elephants. Alright, so we'll go over and we'll watch the elephants. It could be an elephant or a rhino. We're just not sure yet. Seems like it goes by whoever is feeling up to it. Elephants. All right. Looks like elephants wins the vote.
Look, see the lion? The lion is sitting right on the rock, Maya.
So there's the very front. That's where everybody comes in, and there's a gift shop. We'll go walk around the gift shop for a minute, and then we'll walk back over the elephants. And then we'll maybe end the stream and start back up when the show starts. That way it doesn't get too long. Looks like I have to exit to go in the gift shop, so maybe we'll hit that up on the way out. So here's another snack stand and food stand over here. We also have lockers and wagon rentals. So for those of you with little ones that you don't want to carry around, they're super cute. Look how cute they are. They look like little Jeeps. And there's our Dole Whip. Yay! I don't have to travel all the way to Florida or Hawaii to have it. I have been to the Dole Plantation in Hawaii. So I've had the original Dole Whip. I don't know if you guys can see the lions out over here. There it is. Over here is another place to get food. Looks like they have hot dogs, hamburgers, kids meals, quesadillas, pizza, fresh salads, sodas. They do have some vegetarian options. My husband's a vegetarian, so they do make Boca burgers for those of you that don't partake in meat. Some ice cream, some snacks. They have some pretzels.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so I bet RJ's in here in the line.
Whoa, go back!
Let's go in the lions and we can see the wild African dog.
So we'll go over here, see if we can see the wild dogs again. Not sure. I know that online it said that the puppies would be in the exhibit, but I don't know if they're only there for a little bit. Alright guys, so we'll walk back over to the Elephant Passage so that we can watch the show. I believe it's at the amphitheater. Let me just double check here on the map that I have. Yep, Toyota Elephant Passage show starts at 2 o'clock Mountain Time. So we got about 20 minutes or so to get over there. My guess is it's going to fill up, so we'll probably try to grab a spot so everybody can see. So right here is the Gates Center for Wildlife Conservation and Education. So they hold classroom visits in here. A lot of the office buildings are in here. And it's where they also have some restrooms. Almost took out a small child there. Does anybody have any fun plans for this weekend? So they're almost always doing construction here at the zoo to create bigger habitats and more habitats and bring in more animals. Trying to introduce the public to some new animals that they've never seen before, which I think is pretty cool. I wish they had a bird show today, but it doesn't look like it. Might be still a little too chilly for the birds. Looks like we're starting to get a little cloud cover. That's pretty normal for Denver. Around 2, 3 o'clock-ish, clouds roll in. Sometimes it rains. Oh, we got a vulture over here. A couple of vultures. Working the whole weekend, huh, Chris? What do you do for a living? The hippo's still here, still back in that corner. It has a big pool that it can swim around in if it wants to. And it can also go inside as well. Do you guys want to go over to Bird World, see if we can see the penguins real quick? Not sure. They're inside, so I don't know if we'll be able to see them very clearly, but we'll try.
Not that I know of, but if they think it's going to be at our Lost and Found at the Convention Welcome Center.
There's a llama. I think there's usually 2 of them in there. And one of them is Fernando and one of them is Rodrigo, I believe. They've been here for a while. Looks like we might have some penguins outside. There's lots of people hanging around. Yay, it's Zootopia! Hi, Pam. See if we can squeeze in and get a shot of the penguins here.
But when they're in the water,
that's why the other penguins are way far away.
And they are called wings, not flippers.
So you can see them swimming around in there.
Where's the buckets?
No, and then there's like the dog here, like
I love the penguins. They're just so cute. Make sure I hang on to my phone here. I'd hate to drop it right in the water. There he is. Isn't he just adorable? Alright guys, let's try to go snag our seat. And hopefully we can find out if it's going to be an elephant or a rhino doing the show. We got about 15 minutes before it starts, although I'm guessing it's probably going to be a little bit busy, so we want to make sure that we get a seat. Oh, good, Chris. I'm glad that you're happy that you saw the penguins. They're so cute. I like that the penguins are so playful. They seem to always have so much energy. So this exhibit over here is closed right now. I think the last time I was here, it was a pig, I think. Like a some wild pig. But it looks like it's closed now. It's a big statue of an elephant dedicated to Roger H. Reed Memorial Garden. So our zoo is non-profit, so it relies on the kindness of others to keep going. Oh, this is a neat creature over here. Let me see if I can see what it's called. This guy's an eland. I think they're also on the Animal Kingdom Safari in Eland. You can see, I don't know if you can see, but it's got these very long horns that are almost in a spiral shape. I'm so excited to bring you the awesomeness of Denver. Maybe in the next couple of weeks or so, we'll get up to the mountains and I can show you the snow. We didn't have a lot of snow this season, so a lot of the resorts closed early because we were skiing and snowboarding on mud. So I'm not sure if there's anything still open. They did just get some snow this weekend. But maybe we'll take a trip up there and see some snow, watch some snowboarders and skiers. I can snowboard, kinda. I'm more like fall down the hill than snowboard down it. But my husband's pretty great at it. Hi Kelsey, welcome. Glad to have you here in Denver, joining me on our trip to the zoo. So it looks like the elephant show is getting pretty crowded. So let's try to get over there. It starts in 10 minutes. I may not get a seat, but we can stand in the back. Only because it's so crowded today. we'll be back. I have a season pass now, so we'll be back several times. So we'll get to see all the shows eventually. So we'll come up here and watch. So we start in about 9 minutes. So I think I'm going to take a 5-minute break and I will be right back. That way you're not just staring at the pool. And we'll be back to watch the elephant show. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes, okay? See you soon.